Praise the Lord. Happy Sunday, saints. I wanted y'all to. I wanted to tell y'all this dream that my daughter had. She had a dream about I was doing one of these sermons like I always do, and she said that she dreamed that the rapture came, and all of y'all appeared over here where I live at, and we all just got together and disappeared together. Now that is a good dream, isn't it, y'all? Um, Hopefully, sorry, I'm eating. Hopefully, it really happens. Y'all may not appear here, but it seems like the people on here that I know as of now is the ones that's really sincere about the Lord. And what I say to y'all, keep up the good work. It's coming, and it's coming soon. And like I said, I know I seem cruel when I tell y'all that the people that's keeping you distracted to leave them people alone. This is a good event here. Y'all know if y'all was studying for a big test in college, you would have to leave your partying friends alone. I know you love them and everything, but that's too important. Well, this is more important than any college test or anything. We're talking about our lives, our eternal lives. It's talking about escaping this thing that's going to come on the earth, this tribulation. Who's coming? And even if somebody says anything about you believing in the Lord that's coming before the tribulation, they don't see what you see. They don't hear what you hear. They don't understand what's going on. But you do. And a lot of times they can frustrate you because we waiting on this rapture. Sometimes, and I understand sometimes I get frustrated. Oh, Jesus, when are you coming? Now, one thing I can say is I do believe that he's coming. Y'all do believe that he's coming. It's just the wait. But guess what? It's worth the wait. Now, I just want y'all to know that God is pleased with your faith, regardless of what you do. And stop letting people tell you how you should follow God. And I'm not talking about what I do. I'm not talking about that because a lot of people needs to know the Lord the way I do. That's a personal relationship. That is something that we all need to do. Now, like I always tell y'all, I never lie to y'all and tell y'all about the Lord and my experiences. There's some things I don't say about uh, my experience with the Lord. It's because there's a lot of carnal people. Just like I saw Donald Trump cursing. Okay, people would tell me that that was a lying dream, and you know, God don't show you visions of a person cursing, but yet it happened. This is what I'm trying to say. And I didn't want to tell many people that because a lot of people don't understand the Lord like that. They might be saved, they might understand him to some extent, but they don't, like, they haven't grown to that status to understand. So I understand that, and I'll be like, look, I'm not going to say this because I don't want them to think that the vision was wrong. But as y'all know, Donald Trump is in the office. As y'all know, Donald Trump is fighting for this country, and the Lord is using him to do it and opening up doors. Yes, he has a couple hurdles that he goes through. Well, with opportunity comes opposition. And that's the devil opposing him. Now, it's not bad for us to say they don't belong here. No, what they should have, but what they should have did what they should have did is they should have let them over here legally, not illegally. So Trump is saying they all got to go. You got to come here the right way. And everybody's against him, and we know Trump is not racist at all. Okay? He don't treat no white people better than he do black people. He was over there with Rosa Parks and Muhammad Ali and, of course, Don King, only in America. He was supporting them and everything. A lot of people didn't want to bring that up. And then if he brings it up, they'll say he didn't do it. But see, that's how, and like I tell people, if you're mad, I don't care if you like somebody or not. If they doing the right thing, then you need to stick there, regardless. And there's a lot of people that's so petty and ignorant that when Trump does something, they just looking for anything. They're not looking at you in other countries where all them people got blowed up by well, not blowed up. They put a gas or something like that, a chemical bomb, and killed all them people. Okay? They could not speak their minds. We can do that over here, and they are abusing it. So they need to let down laws of abusing the constitutional rights, and a law that's not abusing it, that's trying to come up with justice. Trump ain't the best man in the world, and guess what? Neither are we. But people, it's like a lot of Christians, they say, well, you're supposed to be a child of God and you voting for Donald Trump. I'm like, because I know God chose him. What he's doing right now is like, when I first was thinking about voting for him, I was thinking, what if he lies? The Lord said, you're going to just have to trust me. And he showed me the vision. And when I saw that vision, I saw it for 3 months. I told you that it wasn't all the way every day. I couldn't function. But it kept coming back and back and back and back. And then the last time I saw that vision is when the Statue of Liberty got mad and her eyes got real angry. Just like that. You know what? It reminded me of when a dinosaur on Shrek was trying to kiss. Yeah, the dragon was trying to kiss he was trying to kiss the guy that Eddie Murphy played it, the donkey. And when she went down and she opened her eyes, she realized it was Shrek's butt, and she really got mad. You notice how her face went down and got mad? That's how Statue of Liberty did. They were trying to pull her down, and she was like rocking backwards and forwards, and they were cheering and trying to pull her down so that she could fall and break the pieces, and they could split the pieces. And she got angry. Her face did like that, and then she pushed her head back. And then I looked, and I could see her turn into Donald Trump, and I like I tell people, he had the eagle face. And there's a reason why that man looks like an eagle. And he's protected America, but I'm not going to get all into that right now. But he had he had his face, his hair, everything. And he was very angry. First it was her face, then it turned to his. And then they were trying to nail the Statue of Liberty his arms down, and he kept pulling them up from the roots. And they were screaming and they were crying. And he kept moving back, and I heard him curse. Give me back my effing country. That's what he said. And then he said, you're not going to just take my country. Ain't that his attitude right now? God had to get somebody with an attitude to fight for this country. And Donald Trump really thinks that he's going to die trying to do this because he's thinking about President Kennedy. It wasn't time back then for him to do that. President Kennedy is already in heaven. But all I'm saying is he don't Like this is the right timing to do it. So just pray. And I couldn't believe that she came up and told me that dream. She said, everybody on your YouTube. She said, you better tell them too to encourage him. I said, oh my God. We are about to get out of here. Last year, she dreamt that Donald Trump won. And this is before I even voted for him. Or year before last, now 2018. But she said as soon as Donald Trump stepped into the office, the rapture came. That means, I really believe it. In fact, I know it to mean that he will be in office when we are raptured. Hopefully he's not going to be left behind. I don't think he is. He already saved, but he's out there doing what he's supposed to do. Don't be so quick to look at another country and their babies and be like, oh my God, what about the babies? What about your babies? They was given, when Obama was in the office, they was giving American children molded food with worms and stuff in it. And then they try to make some money in the school to try to get a little candy and stuff like that. Oh, that's terrible. They took that. And please, please, y'all, do not vote for Oprah Winfrey. She's a puppet. We ain't down with that anymore about the color. We saw President Obama back in the day not caring about us. He was trying to settle in as much as he can to scrape our laws and constitution and our religious rights away. And he kept sending Muslims there and then ISIS. He was a bad president. And the people that still saying, oh, he was a good president, they are bewitched. Their mind are messed up from the education that Obama had put out there so that their minds can change, like Common Core. That is the opposite of common sense. It's the opposite. And these people don't got common sense now. I'm glad I didn't go back to school then. God made it wherein it was impossible for me to go back to school. I got every door slammed in my face. And now I see why. This is why, people got to stop getting angry with God. When he tells you not to do something, he knows. I found out years later, I said, thank God I didn't get into that. It was making my kids stupid. I mean, why can't you know that 10 plus 9 is 19 without breaking it down to a stupid education and say that is 26 or that's 23? That's confusing. Kids don't go to school to be confused. They go to school to learn. And his children were in private schools. So that means he didn't let his kids get dumbfounded like that. He was trying to dumb down America. But God still had enough Americans that was, had enough Americans to have common sense and vote for him. All us Christians was fasting and praying and everything because we knew that if Hillary had won, we was dead. We was dead. And we were praying, God forgive us. There's a lot of stuff that I did that I repented from. And I'm glad I did. I really am. The only thing that I'm not really proud of is me smoking again. It was... But I waited for like 3 years before I ever did it again. But the drinking and all the other stuff that I used to do and going out and all that stopped. I didn't go out for years. But what I'm saying is going out, sitting in bars and all that stuff, that's not for me. I told y'all one guy told me I should not be here. Well, God be with y'all. Be encouraged. I love y'all. Bye bye.